In this video, we're going to take a look at what Dave Ramsey had to say about his 5 important rules on how to handle your money the way wealthy people do. Before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Now let's get started with the video. Here's what he had to say about it. Ramsey was not wealthy. He begins by stating that money can't buy happiness. When you have more money, you will become more of what you are today. If you're unhappy and receive money, you'll become much more unhappy. If you're a jerk and you earn money, you'll be an even greater jerk, and it'll wreak havoc on your family. So, money will not solve your problems, it will make them bigger. It will also increase your opportunities. If you're a generous person, your generosity will be amplified. We'll be calling you a philanthropist if you're extraordinarily generous. That means you give a lot of stuff away and have a lot of fun doing it. When you find it, you've discovered the most fun you've ever had with money. As a result, we live in a world of cause and consequence. You will reap what you sow, and what you will plant is what you will reap. You'll get a crop of desperate if you cultivate foolish. If you sow corn, don't expect beans to grow. Don't be surprised by it since what you put into your life is what you'll get out of it. So, we discovered 5 things that will help you create a level of wealth 100% of the time. This is not some sort of prosperous or mystical or even magical phenomenon. These are all common sense, but common sense is so rare these days that it's like having a superpower. So let's take a look at the 5. The first step is to create a budget or a written plan. On purpose, you must create a budget on paper. Make the decision to create a budget today. Take out a yellow pad or an app like EveryDollar and decide today that you're going to start handling your money properly. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. This is called sowing and reaping. The second guideline is that you must pay off your debts. This one is well known to us. It's expected for Dave Ramsey to talk about debt relief, since as the proverb goes, the borrower is slave to the lender. And it's true, your income is your most potent wealth building weapon. Allow me to demonstrate what slavery looks like. According to the National Automobile Dealers Association, the average automobile payment in America is now $499, according to new data released this week. That's uncomfortably close to $500. If you invest $500 every month from the age of 30 to the age of 70 in a good growth stock mutual fund, you will have $5.6 million. This is what a car payment costs you. So who did you make wealthy? General Motors, Ford, Lexus, Toyota, and whoever else it was. In essence, you made someone else wealthy. It wasn't your fault. You're still driving something you can't afford and scratching your head, wondering why your child's college fund isn't financed. And we're handing it all to someone else, while they get richer. Have you observed anything strange going on here? Some people have outstanding school loans. This has been around for a long time. What if you didn't have any payments to make? This concept is so beyond our comprehension, because there will always be some form of payment in life. Some argue that the little guy cannot go ahead since he always will have payments to worry about, such as vehicle payments, and therefore he should just drive something nice. YOLO it. However, you must have control over your life. So how can you pull yourself out of debt? You must decide not to borrow any more money. That is the initial step. The third thing to remember once you're out of debt is to cultivate high-quality relationships. What does that have to do with money? Well, everything. There is a strong correlation between individuals who generate money and those they associate with, since you become who you associate with. Have you observed that you don't let your children associate with minor delinquents? If a young kid down the street is a weed head, you don't let your kid play with him because you know you'll have a weed head in your house as well. And also, you speak like the individuals you spend time with. You read the books they discuss. If you don't read and all your pals read something, you'll want to read it as well. We need to adjust our eating habits. You should read a book. Don't be fooled by Charlie Jones' prediction that 5 years from today, you'll be the same person you are today except for the books you read and the people you meet. Other people's bad company corrupts good practices. According to studies, if you have the same behaviors as your 10 closest friends, your income will be within 10 to 20% of theirs after 10 years. You both follow the same diet. You are powerless to stop yourself. You will become who you associate with, and you must make these decisions and be careful about who you spend your time with and who you choose to be with. Before we move on to the last two rules, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Now, let's continue. The fourth guideline is that you must save and invest money. There are supplies of high-quality food and oil in the residence of the wise. People that are wise save money. That's exactly what this means. Back then, you were ready to do business if you had a carafe of oil, because it was a sign of prosperity. Back then, there were also two classes of people, the impoverished and the wealthy. The majority were impoverished. The Mediterranean diet consisted of hummus and olives, but no meat. They ate some bread and possibly some fish, but that was it. Rich people ate the same things we do every day, spices and fine meat. Food and oil are the rich's symbols. A fool consumes everything he owns. You're a fool if you spend everything you earn. We've all been idiots, but if we modify our ways, we'll save money. For example, we all know that emergencies occur. Thus, we must save for a rainy day. It's gonna rain. You might suffer an automobile accident, or you might be fired. Something will happen. You're gonna need some cash, and you must be certain that an emergency will occur. You must save and invest in order to retire with dignity. Don't spend everything and expect that the government, which is notorious for its incompetence to manage money, will look after you. It's a bad concept. It's completely absurd. We're banking on them to save us in some bizarre way. They aren't arriving. There's no such thing as a white horse. There isn't a cavalry, and you're your own hero. You have control over your own destiny, and that's actually fantastic news. You won't be concerned about the election because you earned money from both parties. For example, in the end, it wasn't up to them in any scenario. You've lost money with both parties and neither has sent you a check. They are all after money. They're constantly sucking like a tick sucking blood. And that's all they know how to do. Now, the last one is all about charity. But this one is all about happiness as well. Generosity is more than just a financial contribution. Generosity is a state of mind in which you decide to be a generous person. People who are generous are more appealing. They're not grumpy, and it's not all about them. They're the ones who unlock the door. They're the ones out there assisting you in picking up the shattered bits. They leave a tip when they eat out. Generosity is a spirit that may transform your life, but it's difficult to offer when you're broke. If you're in debt, haven't saved any money, don't have a strategy, and don't hang out with other givers, it's time to make a change. Today is your day to make a decision. If you do these things, it will change your life. It's that potent. It's incredible. The sorrows are more intense and the joys are greater. It alters almost everything. You will get wealthy if you follow these crucial pieces of advice. And that's all Dave Ramsey had to say about his 5 rules. What did you think? Let us know in the comment section down below, and as always, like the video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. See you in the next one.